recharge, on, recharge, on.
I've always kind of been thrown in the deep end. I've had to deal with a lot.
It is officially turn 3.
It's a very big moment, getting my first official F1 session. I started this journey when I was 5 and I wanted to become Formula 1 World Champion, and ever since that moment that's been at the forefront of my mind.
You in there? I can't see.
Hi everyone, Arvid here. Super happy to announce that I'll be driving on Friday this weekend in Silverstone doing the FP1. An amazing opportunity, super grateful to everyone at Red Bull Racing, and yeah, can't wait to hit the track. I'm super excited to be driving in Silverstone this weekend. Obviously, driving on an official F1 session is going to be a very special moment. It's something I've dreamed of for a long time, and it hasn't really sunk in yet. I think when we turn the engine on for the first time on Friday and driving out the garage is when it'll really sort of sink in. To get that first taste with Red Bull as well. I've been on the program now for almost 5 years, so it's going to be a very special moment, and super grateful. Also to do it at home is going to be really amazing. The curb was definitely still there.
Yeah.
Maybe they mean like the sausages inside the curb? Or?
Right, yeah, inside. We'll have a what else is changed? Probably some new gravel turn 18.
I heard around the super license, I'd been told that there was a chance of FP1 happening, and then obviously when the super license came through, I was told there's a very high chance. So it was a few weeks' notice. I've come through the ranks very quickly. I mean, it was only, I think 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I was in karting. I joined the program at the end of 2020. Very grateful to all the support Red Bull has given me, especially Dr. Marco and Rocky. They've been really involved and helped me a lot to develop. It's now my 5th year, and they've really helped me develop and merge into the driver that I am today.
So I'm the head of the Driver Academy. The program that we have goes quite beyond sponsoring drivers and following them in their career. The ultimate goal is to put them into Formula 1. So yes, we need to support them through the junior series, but it's all part of education and support with the F1 culture so that they develop and grow with the ultimate goal of being F1 drivers. I started as a test engineer. So back in the day when there was a third car, maybe not many people remember this, but that's how I started working with Sebastian Vettel. So Sebastian was his engineer for his whole time at Red Bull Racing.
I need to wait, but it's looking good. You just wait, sunshine, you just wait. Du bist Weltmeister!
And then I moved on as chief race engineer when Sebastian left. And I did that for another 7 years before now being head of the Driver Academy. To be part of Red Bull Junior team, you have to have 2 essential qualities. The very first one, which basically opens the door, is at some point to have demonstrated something out of the ordinary. Whether it's racing in the wet, whether it's a bold overtaking move, whether it's overtaking the field, or a very impressive pole position lap, that's the thing that gets the attention. Something that makes, say, beyond the equipment that you're given, beyond the circumstances, you're able to extract something which is special. The next thing that we look for is the attitude, which is the search for excellence, never accepting an average result, always striving to do better, asking a lot of questions, and having what we refer to very often as the race to master, which is you want to get better all the time, but not just you want to get better all the time, you're desperate to get better all the time. So that's the second thing we look for. Arvid's uniqueness is his maturity, as in, he's jumping an F1 car, we're like mid-season, something like that. He's only done 2 years of single-seater racing before that. F4, F3, F2 for 6 months, and he's driving an F1 car. The FIA were grateful enough to give us dispensation for him to have a super license before 18. Again, that shows you where he's at in terms of his progression and maturity. One thing we try to do with Red Bull HQ is try to make the most of the big Red Bull family as a whole, having access to over 800 athletes worldwide, which means that our drivers can grow not only within the sport, but generally in terms of what it is to be a high-performance athlete.
Obviously there's a whole suite of junior drivers that come through the academy programme, and yeah, as they progress through the different formulas, when they get to F2, obviously they have the opportunity to do a few FP1 practices with our team. So there's 4 over the season and it's 2 per car. Yeah, and it's also a reward for doing well in their junior categories. Arvid being the first time he's jumped in an F1 car, we've got to take a bit of extra more care with him, make sure he's got all the information he needs. So in the session with Arvid, just looking for competence, making sure he's confident in the car, he's doing a good job, he's listening to what you're asking of him, but also he's coming back, he's giving you feedback, so that gives you an idea of how he reads the car and how he knows how to drive as well. So it's sort of a two-way street, but you're always just seeing what he takes on himself and how he handles the situation.
Cool. See you in the garage.
It's hard to say one thing. I mean, I'm very young and every year I'm sort of in the category above, and I've always kind of been thrown in the deep end. So it feels like it's just been, I've had to deal with a lot always. There's been a lot of new things. So it's hard to really list one thing that I've been working on or has made a massive improvement. I think in all regards, I've had to make a big step up over the last few years. There's a lot going on, but I try to not pay attention too much to the noise and just stay focused on the job in hand.
Okay, radio check.
Copy, loud and clear.
Okay, let's fire up.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you very much for the opportunity, everyone. It's been amazing.
Yeah, good job today. It was a bit tricky with the traffic on that last run.
It was a tricky session. We're a bit out of phase at times with our run plan, but he handled the traffic really well, and did a really good job. Yeah, definitely calm, cool, collected. He was very calm on the radio, especially when he had all these cars on high fuel flying past him. Very clear and concise with his feedback. Yeah, he knew what he wanted from the car, which is quite nice for a junior driver. First 5 laps he's had in our car. It was very confident performance.
As an overview, just to start with, I thought the high-speed car was good. It's a little bit sharp on turning, but not giving away any confidence, so that's not an issue. Medium speed I know it's not really in line with what Hannah said, but I thought medium speed was also quite good, and low speed for me was the one that felt a bit more disconnected. 3, 4 and 7, the biggest limitations. Not too much else to add for me, that's the main points.
How much are you dreaming of one day you're going to be in one of those cars?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm really excited. You know, whenever I put this on, whenever I open and look at it, you know, you get that feeling, and just in awe. But yeah, you know, I'm really excited. I'm just really focused on just working as hard as possible, because I think that gives me the best opportunity to be in one of those cars one day.
No, it's been fantastic. You know, we started when I was 5, and we couldn't really expect him to be here one day. You know, he was one step at a time, and I'm so happy for him because he worked his ass off, to be honest, to get here. So I'm really happy for him, and it's a proud moment for the entire family. I don't know how he does it, because you know, it feels like it's worse for me than it is for him. But he's always been very calm, which has helped him a lot. So it's been a great day.
I was pretty nervous, to be honest, before the session. Like you said, there was a lot of cameras, a lot of people in the garage. I could even see in the corner of my eye that I was on TV. So yeah, I was quite nervous. Obviously, it's a very big moment, getting my first official F1 session.
I don't think that people should underestimate the skills that it requires to actually be a racer. The level of competition is extremely high. Soaking up pressure, being able to deliver when it matters. The entry level is talent. Having that, regardless of the environment you work in, This was going to take you the whole way. You work on it and potentially you have the chance of being successful.
Being, I think, the only driver with Max be under 18, I knew it was a big thing, and I was quite nervous, but yeah, I just tried to take it in my stride and just focus on my bit. So when we turned the engine on for the first time and put the visor down, I was calm and approached it like just any normal session.